So I saw this random tier list on Twitter, and that's when I realized that my favorite deck in TCG Pocket is actually double S tier, which is kind of awkward. Most of you already know what this deck does, but I'll go over it really quickly anyways. Darkrai Weavile is a deck that uses Darkrai's ability to ping 20 damage to the active Pokemon whenever it gets a Darkness energy attached to it, coupled with Weavile's ability to do an extra 40 damage whenever it's attacking a injured Pokemon, allowing you to do a total of 90 damage in a single turn for the cost of basically 1 or 2 energy per turn. Overworld, like the the band? Alright. So it is yet again another, jeez, what a hand. Not great. It is yet again time for another emblem event, or I guess another mirror match. Alright, well mine is shiny here, so get wrecked, Overworld. It's time for another emblem event. I really haven't had a lot of time, I guess, to play. I've been preoccupied with a lot of other things. So I haven't played a lot from this set. The only thing I was able to do is I was able to, you know, like frame 1, get this Darkrai. I recently got my second copy of like this version, and I got like Weavile and everything right away with all my saved up Hourglass stuff, and then I just went on to do other shit. Alright, didn't even bother doing anything else at that point. We're literally playing here the same exact deck, which is just Darkrai Weavile. Darkrai has an effect that, Darkrai EX, I should say, has an effect that whenever you give him dark energy, he pings whatever's in the active spot for 20. And thanks to that and this brand new tool, which we now have tools in Pokemon Pocket, which is just, you know, like equipment from Yu-Gi-Oh, but you can just attach it to a Pokemon, and it basically gives every Pokemon the ability to become Druddigon, because it just says, the Rocky Helmet just says anything that attacks this gets pinged for 20 also. So you can just very easily just do a lot of residual damage with your Pokemon. He's doing the opposite route where he's actually using the cape, which is interesting. But, which I guess kind of makes sense, right? It makes your Pokemon more durable. You're already pinging with Darkrai. Then the other main star here is, of course, the Weavile, who just says whenever something's damaged, he does an extra 40 when he already does 30 to begin with. So that means he does a total of 70, which is really nice because, you know, I got something like Mewtwo that's 90 damage plus the 20 that you pinged it for, so it's pretty nasty, right? So we can try and get something going here. Since I happen to go second, I can actually go ahead and switch out my Darkrai here into this Weavile that'll evolve here, because we literally have the mirror match here. The only thing is that I have the advantage just because I managed to get damage in early, which might not matter, right? Because they managed to even it out thanks to the fact that they played the cape here, right? So the 20 damage I did on the first turn kind of got negated to an extent, but it also means that this thing already has damage. So they're going to go ahead and switch out, but they can't use the Dawn, so they can't ping me for damage, which is a bit unfortunate on their part. Dawn is a new supporter that's very good in this deck as well, that just allows you to move energy from a bench Pokemon to an active Pokemon, so that's really good for this deck because you can give Darkrai the energy, ping for 20, and then move the energy. But they already use their supporter for the turn, so they're just gonna, you know, ping me with the Darkrai here, and then have to just pass turn on that, because they can't really do anything because they already, you know, attached energy to the Darkrai. Then I have this new supporter here as well in the new set. A lot of new cards, which is the Cyrus. So Cyrus, oh, I got another Darkrai. Cyrus says that essentially when he is used, you can just grab one of your Pokemon's one of your opponent's Pokemon that is benched and force them to switch in. I love the fact that when you use it, it like literally zooms into their bench, like, nah, get his ass. I love that so much, the way that it just zooms in like zoop and just grabs them. So good. So we're gonna go ahead and heal up Weavile so that their Weavile can't do extra damage right away, and then we're just going to easily take out their Darkrai EX with our Weavile, putting us 2 points ahead. And I'm assuming they might end up scooping here. Now they lost their Darkrai, all they have is the Weavile that's only going to be able to do 30 next turn. unless they happen to draw into Darkrai EX and do Dawn. But I mean, I guess it's not over, right? Because they can use this Pokeball here, get their Darkrai, their second Darkrai. Nope, they got these Sneasel instead, I guess. Yeah, that's the only play I could see them doing, getting Darkrai and then pinging back damage. It wouldn't win them the game per se. I think they'll just take out my Weavile at best, and then by then I'll have my Darkrai built up with energy to you know, take them out on a clapback, right? So they're only going to deal 30 since I managed to heal myself, so it's not going to do anything. The one downside of, you know, Cyrus is that he only works if something's injured, right? So as much as I can easily take down this Sneasel, because it only has 60 and I can deal 70, I can't actually do that because it only works, right? So that's the one downside, but I can ping damage so easily that I don't know if I want to use Sabrina. I don't play any copies of Sabrina, you can see it on the side there. But Cyrus is just really good, right? Because he just forces switches, especially for, you know, if they try to switch in, like if in the early going, because his deck just accelerates, or I shouldn't say accelerates, but it just goes really quickly, right? Oh, that's such a beautiful, they have both of the, they got me beat in the, I guess in the, I don't want to say clout, in the, in the shininess, right? Because they have here the two, Weaviles, right? The high rarity Weaviles. I just have the basic one, but I kind of like the basic one more. This one's all right. I wish I can get this one, but these are really hard to get. And then this one is I don't like as much because they're trying to kill this little swine over here, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead and here hit me for 40. I will switch out here, go into my Darkrai that I have built up, and we're gonna go ahead and grab the Cyrus here. So that's what I'm saying, like when they switch, then it's a wrap, right? Because then I kind of have the game there. But if they don't switch out, if it's like certain decks that just don't have the ability to switch, then yeah, the Cyrus is kind of whack. But we're gonna be able to just pull out their Weavile here, take it out real quick, and win the game with that. Easy peasy, win the mirror using my favorite deck. That just happens to be the best deck for the most part in this format. Okay, just had a game against Starmie and Articuno, so just water, which this might be again, but I had to cut that out due to someone ringing my doorbell. And of course it's an online game, so it's not like I can pause it. But I was supposed to be very angry, like, oh, who the hell's ringing my doorbell? I'm trying to record a video. And it was just my mom who bought me some Burger King. Oh. Never mind. Thank you very much, Mom. I love you. But, alright. So we're gonna go ahead and, I guess, give this a Rocky helmet? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. I can't switch out anyways, right? So we'll have it take 1 damage there. I was able to show off the other cards I have in his deck, which were in that match that you guys didn't see, which was the Farfetch'd, right? The Farfetch'd is the other Pokemon, the other basic, I should say. I guess other Pokemon's fine. That I play in the deck that has not been able to show itself, right? Because I have not been able to draw it. But Farfetch'd is cool, right? It's been one of the like notorious cards for TCG Pocket because it's one of the early cards, and it's just for 1 energy. There he is, 40 damage, right? Which is pretty nuts on its own. But he works really well in this deck, right? Because you can take that 40 damage and make it 60 per turn if you give Darkrai energy each time, which 60 can kill most Pokemon. Like this Eevee over here, I can easily kill that out, right? With 2 energy, essentially. With, you know, Farfetch already has 1, and I just give it to Darkrai. But trying to figure out how we can do this here. I think what I can do, I can go into, this sucks. Because I can go into Weavile to start doing some damage. I might have to start playing another experience speed, or X speed, because I usually don't need it as much, but I've needed it so much these times. So I think I can give an energy here, ping that there. And I could swap out, but I think we'll just leave it at that for now. Because I can swap out Darkrai, but I can't do anything with it. So I'm thinking I can use the X-Speed next turn, maybe? No. Yeah, if I had the Dawn, that'd be really great right now, because then I can actually use that. And I can do a lot of damage to this Palkia here, but we'll see what we can do here. They're going to force me to switch, which is interesting. They're only going to do 30 damage, so that actually helps me out. I can go into my Weavile here. Not sure why they would want me to switch, per se. I don't know how good that is, but yeah, I guess I should have given this the Rocky Helmet preemptively like I was going to, but I didn't. If I can draw Dawn now. Yeah, so I guess we just do this now. I could, I guess, after this, switch out and go into Farfetch'd. Because this thing is not going to be able to kill me, because it needs 4 energy to use this Dimensional Storm thing. And even though they can move stuff around here, they're not going to be able to do that. They are going to be able to switch into this Starmie here, which is kind of suck. They won't be able to kill me at least. And they won't be able to retreat either unless they have the leaf or the experience speed or something. Or I keep saying experience, but the EX speed, right? Now they are going to be able to kill me, which has been unfortunate. But I can very easily kill this thing now with just the power of Darkrai, which is really good. So let's go ahead and pop this Pokeball, get out the last Farfetch that I have in the deck so I don't draw into that. And let's go ahead and give this Darkrai this energy so we can very easily just take out this Palkia and get ourselves an easy 2 points. So they kind of threw away that Palkia there, which is a bit unfortunate for them. Now they're going to go into what I assume is going to be this Starmie EX here, right? So I don't want to lose my Weavile, so I'm going to use the X speed here. To switch into I think it would be best to switch into Darkrai, right? Because they can't kill Darkrai. They'll take 20, putting them at 110. And then, yeah, maybe it's best I switch into Darkrai. Because I know they can't kill Darkrai, and Darkrai can actually do 80 next turn, which is more than Weavile can actually do. So I can actually do 100 damage next turn. If they attack with the Starmie, they'll take 20 from the Rocky Helmet, putting them at 110. I can then ping them for 20 by giving Darkrai an energy. This will put them at 90, and then I can hit them for 80. And at that point, if they try and attack, you know, we both faint, but I'm ahead, so I end up winning. They are going to be able to switch out here, thanks to the fact that the Starmie has the free retreat cost. And then they're going to be able to ping me for 30 with this other Palkia EX that they managed to play here. While pinging themselves again. They're actually going to choose to not attack. Which, honestly, I don't know if that makes a difference. But what they can do next turn, they might be trying to do that. Interesting. Because what they can do next turn is that they can... yeah, I think I just have to get the damage in. They can attach 1 energy and I'll have enough for this Dimensional Storm, and it'll do 20 to my bench as well, which is fine because it won't kill anything, but I think I still take this thing out, right? With all of this combined, because it'll take 20 from the Rocky Helmet, putting it at 120, and I'll do 80 with this, so they'll go down to like 60, so I can very much clear this up next turn, this Palkia, if it decides to go that route with my Weavile. At the cost of losing my Darkrai EX, which is fine because I haven't, you know, lost any points, or they haven't gained any points, I should say, right? That's the accurate way to say it. So let's see what you guys can do here. But yeah, I just really like this deck because I really like Weavile. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and it just happens to work really well, and this Darkrai looks really cool, right? And I also really like Farfetch, so it all just worked out. Yeah, so they're gonna move all the energy here, but it's still gonna end up being my game. The reason I really like Weavile actually is because in I was gonna set my, I forgot I changed my, oh no, this is my opponent's thing, that's what it is, okay. Because I think I have my thing to Cynthia, but it's because I was playing Pokemon Platinum, and I had a Weavile on that, and I was fighting against Cynthia, right, in the Elite Four, and I was like, oh man, this shit's crazy. She's super strong and whatnot, right? But what ended up happening was I gave my Weavile the Focus Band. And not Focus Sash. Focus Sash is different from Focus Band. Focus Band has a 10% chance to trigger, right? And, you know, keep your Pokemon alive. Whereas Focus Sash is like if you're full health, it keeps them at 1 if you get a 1-hit KO, right? Instead, what happened was that I had the Focus Band on my Weavile, and it came through multiple different times because I was fighting, you know, of course Cynthia has her Pokemon, which are usually Garchomp and all that jazz, right? And it's 4 times weak to ice, and I had this real big like rivalry with Garchomp because everyone was using Garchomp all the time, right? That's when Garchomp was at its strongest. It was known as the Land Shark because it was insanely fast, had earthquakes that can destroy everything, it was only weak to ice. But its only real weakness was, of course, the Weavile, right? Because Weavile was actually faster, and it was 4 times super effective and had high attack. So I brought in my Weavile in order to try and, you know, combat the menace that was the Land Shark. And what ended up happening was that they ended up KOing, or attempting to KO my Weavile, but he hung in there with the Focus Band. So 10% chance. I was like, yes, baby, yeah. And you're gonna think I'm lying or that I'm like making this up, but I know this for a fact that it happened. So I was like, okay, whoo. And then I hit it with, because I think I hit it with like maybe an Ice Punch, and it survived, right? So then I hit it again and I killed it. And then I was such a low level, right? So that's why I didn't kill it. That I ended up gaining a level or 2. I like ended up leveling up mid-battle, right? Which gave me a little bit of extra HP, which is very important because the Focus Band leaves you at 1 HP. So I ended up leveling up and being able to have a little bit more HP, right? And once I had that little bit more HP, they brought out some other thing. I don't remember what it was, but they brought, maybe it was like Rhyperior or Togekiss, one of those 2 things, right? And it was literally rinse and repeat. I go, use my Ice Punch. Not enough damage, right? Still off by a tiny bit. They hit me, and I'm just like, it's a wrap. I have like 10 HP. No, 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 no. I got the Focus Band, and I actually hung in 2 times. 10% chance, triggered. And that was insane. And I ended up killing a Togekiss, you know, 2-hit KO. And then I shit you not, it happened a 3rd time. I leveled up. I got a little bit of extra HP. They sent out, you know, Cynthia sent out some other Pokemon. I couldn't kill it in 1 hit. Focus Band came through a 3rd time, and then I ended up killing whatever the last Pokemon was. Absolutely insane, and because of that, I will never not like Weavile. And I know it sounds like I'm just making this stuff up because those odds are actually insane, right? But I could not be any more legit. I don't know why they decided to just not attack. Like, I guess it wouldn't make a difference, but just sitting here isn't really gonna help you out at all, to be honest. It's just kind of doing nothing for you. So we're just gonna go ahead and I guess set up our bench, as I'm expecting maybe a scoop after this, because I'm gonna be able to easily take out the Mew here, which is the main reason why I was so psyched to get this, because we were in dire need of dark types in this game, right? Because Mewtwo had been running rampant for so long since the release of the game. It was like the best deck. It was the best deck, but it wasn't like unbeatable, right? That was the one good thing about this game, that it was super balanced. But it was still the best deck, right? It was best deck, but it wasn't like it beats every deck. It was just good enough that it was the best deck at that point. So it is, you know, it was really necessary for them to bring in some strong dark types, and I think they did a really good job with this. I have ironically not faced off against any Mewtwo's or anything like that since this has happened, probably because this deck has been really popular since it's come out, right? Ironically, because we're dark types, we have a quote-unquote bug weakness, which translates to grass in this game, which is why this thing, this survivor here is actually able to do so much damage. But we're going to be able to take them out super easily. They got the Celebi way too late, and we're going to be able to win the game just like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick ECG Pocket video. I'll try and do these more, and I'll stop for a bit. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and have yourselves a damn good one.